So Roger, what did the boss say today about the position that's open in management?
He said it was open to everyone who has either enough work experience, but it is better if you have diploma in business management.
Damn, I really couldn't afford a good education after high school. Both my parents worked most of their life only scraping by just enough to support me. I did pretty good in school but couldn't afford a college education or the student loans that I would have to take out to go. So I just said shit, I'm just going to get a job and work my way up from the bottom.
I only had my mother growing up and she definitely couldn't afford college for me either. Yeah, I looked into taking classes at NYU, but that was way out of my ability to afford at the time. But I took some at a community college in Brooklyn, but the price was still too much in the end. I would be so far in debt by the end of college. I figure here I can save money up working my way through the ranks.
I still love to learn about things even if I can't go to school, so I just self-educate as much as I can. I know I am capable of more than the lack of having a diploma, which keeps me from being able to reach positions where I know I am more than ready to handle.
I know what you mean. I have always been into researching information and going to museums as well as investigating every area of interest that I have. Shit, if they were giving out master's degrees for independent study outside of credited schools, I would have several of them after all I have looked into. Sometimes you just have to graduate yourself and give yourself the diploma on your own with or without school.
I have thought about online classes, but sometimes there are areas of interest that I have that aren't covered by any school out there online or in the real world. I like learning that if I could afford it I might just take classes till whenever I feel like I'm finished being educated, that I can apply what I know out in the world. Who says you need one area of focus too? I like to dabble in several fields of study, and if there isn't one established for study I work on my own investigation.
Besides having a diploma, I find sometimes there isn't a job out there that fits what I want to do, so there is nowhere to apply in order to be employed and make enough at least to live comfortably. I don't need a mansion or excessive wealth, just asking for the chance to be able to do what I dream of doing rather than being stuck clamoring for a management position at a company that my heart is just not into. I want to dedicate my wealth of understanding into areas that will not only be useful to me but leave the world a better place than when I came into it. Is that asking too much, or is it a pipe dream?
Roger, it is those that dare to dream that do the most good in the world, make changes that matter. No, I don't think it is a pipe dream. The world needs to adapt and make room for new areas of interest to be supported by the mainstream. Rather than running a rat race where no one is really excelling in the world, we just work for a handful of companies owned by fewer and fewer people these days.
Vince, you're right. If only the world actually supported those who dared to dream rather than those just looking to make piles of cash, we would be better off than we are now.
For everyone's sake, I hope things change for the better. Perhaps there will be a better day tomorrow than the one today.
If you want it, you got to work for it. Change like that doesn't happen overnight, it takes time, but eventually I think with the universe out ahead of us there is need to allow for more areas of study as well as being able to support those pursuing not only their dreams but the hopes of a better tomorrow and the day after that as well.
Well, if we need to dig in and get started, I'm all in. Sure beats trying to work a job that really doesn't do much but push paper and enrich someone at the top.
I'm down as well. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about the open management position either.
This is my stop, Roger. I will see you tomorrow for another day at the rat races.
Vince, I will hopefully see you soon. You have a good evening. Friday we will go out for drinks on me, it's payday.
Sounds good. Later on.